Real life begins the moment you know yourself as. Jung said you can never be free unless you dare to enter the labyrinth of the unconscious. Freud's theories of the subconscious show us that every repressed emotion will one day come back to face us. Your suppressed childhood, memories silenced, passions ignored, talents, they are all parts that complete you. Jung's concept of the shadow explains exactly this. Every part of ourselves we reject is actually a part of our wholeness. To discover yourself is to confront these pieces and embrace them. But why is it so hard? Because the ego fears facing the unknown, yet true freedom begins with accepting yourself as you. Hermetic teachings remind us of our deep connection with the universe. The 7 universal laws of the Kybalion reveal the secrets of existence and offer a map for understanding both the seen and unseen realms. The principle of the mind is, the universe teaches that all is mental, that everything originates in thought, and our thoughts shape our reality in powerful ways. The ancient command carved into the stone walls of Egyptian temples, "Know thyself," has echoed through the ages, urging us to look within for answers rather than seeking them only in the outside world. As written in the emerald tablets of Hermes, as above, so below, as within, so without. This reveals the unity between the microcosm of the individual and the macrocosm of the universe, showing that the inner and outer worlds are reflections of each other. And when we come to truly know ourselves, we begin to grasp the deeper mechanisms of how the cosmos functions. If you believe you are powerless or worthless, the universe mirrors that belief back to you. But when you shift your mind and start to see your own worth, your external world changes in response. This is not just motivational advice or superficial positive thinking. It is the operation of a universal law as real and consistent as gravity. And through this understanding, we are reminded that our inner transformation is the key to mastering the outer experience. Stoicism offers a clear path to inner balance amid the noise and confusion of the modern world. It reminds us that while we can't control what happens outside, we can always control how we respond. As Epictetus said, it is not things that disturb us, but our opinions of them. Marcus Aurelius noted that everything we seek outside is already within. This philosophy invites us to shift our attention inward, where real strength and peace reside. Imagine losing your job instead of falling into despair. The Stoic approach urges acceptance not as passive defeat, but as an active transformation. As Seneca explained, hardship reveals our true character and gives us a chance to grow. True happiness is not based on external conditions, but on how we choose to see and face life. The key lies in focusing only on what is within our control, our actions, thoughts, and mindset. By doing so, we build resilience and clarity, even in uncertain times. The Stoics also practiced preparing for difficulties, mentally imagining setbacks to lessen their impact and strengthen inner stability. This is not about avoiding pain, but about becoming mentally stronger so we can face life with dignity, calm, and purpose. Mystical traditions from different cultures also speak of a truth beyond the ego. The Sufi idea of fanafi, Allah, describes dissolving the self into the divine. As Rumi said, "Die before you die." This refers to shedding the false self to reach the core of being. Spiritual awakening often involves breaking the illusion of separation and realizing unity with all things. What may seem like nothingness is actually a doorway to deep inner freedom. Even nihilism, which can feel empty at first, opens a space to create meaning. As Nietzsche's Overman shows, we don't need to inherit purpose, we can build it ourselves. Camus echoes this through the myth of Sisyphus, where accepting life's absurdity becomes a source of strength, not despair. Eastern philosophy too reminds us through Maya that the world is a kind of illusion, a stage shaped by perception and thought, but rather than fall into hopelessness, this awareness gives us the power to shape our reality. Guided by these teachings, we can live more consciously, rooted in values we choose ourselves and connected to a deeper spiritual harmony within. Ancient teachings tell the journey of the soul. The saying, "He who knows himself knows his Lord," expresses the connection between the human and the divine. Freud's concepts of id-ego and superego explain our internal hierarchy. The id is the primal source of instincts, hunger, sexuality, aggression. The ego operates by the reality principle, balancing between id and superego. The superego represents moral values and social norms. Jung added the idea of the collective unconscious, a coded form of all human experiences. In our minds, this knowledge helps us understand our inner conflicts and integrate them, because only those who know themselves can truly be free. What masks are you wearing? Jung's concept of the persona refers to the roles we wear to feel safe in society: the perfect worker at your job, the exemplary child at home, the funny friend among peers. But what if you've forgotten who you are behind those masks? As Japanese psychologist Morita said, when you dare to be yourself, life presents you with its true gifts. Removing your masks does not mean you are weak. On the contrary, it is the moment of greatest courage to be authentic, to express yourself as you truly are opens the door to real happiness. Freud's dream analysis allows us to decode the messages of our subconscious. Jung speaks of the collective unconscious and archetypes that are the shared heritage of humanity: the hero, the wise old man, the shadow, the anima and animus. Native American shamans saw dreams as guides of the soul. Modern psychology also recognizes the critical role of dreams in emotional balance. Being chased in a dream may represent a problem you are trying to escape. Flying might reflect a desire for liberation and discovering yourself. You are also witnessing the journey of all humanity. The biggest obstacle on this inner journey is our fears: fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of being alone. But as Jung said, to reach the light, you must first face the darkness. When we make peace with our fears, we see that they serve us. Every fear points to a value. We wish to protect. The fear of losing love shows the value of love. The fear of failure reflects how much we value success. Instead of suppressing these fears, we should try to understand them. This is the path to inner freedom. According to Freud, dream analysis reveals the encrypted messages of our subconscious. Suppressed desires, fears, and unresolved conflicts appear through the symbolic language of dreams. Jung goes beyond the individual subconscious and speaks of the collective unconscious. In this shared psychological inheritance, we find archetypes like the hero, the wise old man, the shadow, the anima, and the animus. For centuries, dreams were not only personal experiences, but also spiritual guides. Native American shamans believed dreams were the journey of the soul, a way for the spirit to communicate with the universe. Modern psychology also acknowledges the role of dreams in emotional balance. For example, being chased in a dream may represent a problem you are avoiding, while flying may symbolize a desire for freedom or transcendence. On the inner journey, a person not only discovers their true self but also witnesses the shared journey of all humanity. Each person embarks on a heroic journey within. The greatest obstacles in this journey are our fears: fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of being alone. But as Jung said, one must face the darkness to reach the light. Fears grow stronger when suppressed, but when we make peace with them, we see that they are signals trying to protect us. Every fear points to something we deeply value. The fear of losing love shows how much we value love. The fear of failure reflects how important success is to us. Rather than suppressing our fears, we should listen to them and try to understand their messages. Our fears reveal who we are and what we care about deeply. Instead of fighting them, we can use them as guides on our path. This brings us inner freedom and marks the beginning of real transformation and awakening. Dreams become our compass. Fears bring the lessons, and archetypes help us define ourselves, and with each step we come closer to our essence. The journey of inner discovery is also a rediscovery of the ancient wisdom of humanity unfolding within us. When you find the courage to discover yourself, the meaning of life slowly becomes clear. Freud's method of psychoanalysis illuminates the dark corridors of the subconscious. Jung's process of individuation describes the journey of self-realization. These two great thinkers show us this true happiness is not found outside. It is discovered within. To know yourself is to know the universe. To remove your masks is to be free. To face your fears is to grow strong. Now is the time to act. Take 1 minute today and turn inward. What emotions are you postponing? What desires are you suppressing? Remember, real life begins only when you know yourself. You are not alone on this journey. The universe awaits you to be discovered. Follow in the footsteps of Jung and Freud and embark on this magical journey into the depths of your soul. Only then will you truly begin to live.